I've been joined by a member of the public who's here to talk about underage gambling and to answer the question, should the National Lottery raise the age limit for their games to 18? And the person is Delith. Thank you for having us on the show, Delith. Good to have you here.
Hello there.
Right, so to start off then.
I'm totally against it.
Really?
Yes.
Why?
I think there's a huge problem with gambling, and well, my son works in a betting shop, so he sees the devastation that gambling can cause to families. People don't know when to stop. They'll start gambling at a young age, and it can often continue, and the stakes start off very small and it gets bigger and bigger and bigger. Yeah. You can start off gambling 20 pence here and there. But then it escalates, and people are now going in and spending a month's wages on gambling. Yeah. They're going without food to gamble. It becomes a massive problem.
Yeah. So
I think the older people are when they start gambling, hopefully they've matured enough to realise it's a mouse game. And if they're starting at 16, as in the National Lottery, you've always got that feel in the back of your mind, it might be me this time. I think as you get older, you realise it's not going to be you. There's a very slim chance of winning the lottery. So I think, yes, it should be raised to 18 at the very youngest, certainly not 16 as it is at the moment.
Right, so how do you feel about under 18s winning the lottery? Because we've had winners over the past, haven't we?
We have, yes, and a child of 16 would not know what to do with £1 million. It's crazy.
Yeah, good point.
You don't need that sort of money at that age. It's, at least as you get older, I mean, at 16, you couldn't even buy a house. It's ridiculous.
Yeah.
You still need to live with your parents at that age. You're not going to be buying a house or a car. And if you're not old enough to buy a car and to drive, you shouldn't be allowed to gamble.
Okay, so if you go to the Amusements, there are bingo machines and slot machines that under 18s can use. How would you feel if all amusement places raised the age limit of all gambling machines to 18? What are your thoughts?
Well, to be honest, I hadn't even thought about that, but that's a very good point. I know that we used to go to the amusements when my children were younger, and they loved the idea of putting 2 pences into the machine and then they got maybe 40 pence back out again. So I suppose, yeah, that is gambling, isn't it, which I haven't really thought about.
Yeah, like Rumble's Pier, they got a bingo machine, they got slot machines as well that under 18s can use. So
that's right. Yeah, I've never even thought of that, to be honest. I can't imagine them doing that. No, it's very much a family event, isn't it, going to the slot machines?
Yeah.
But I suppose, yeah, you are right, it does come under gambling, and it's putting in little to get a lot out and possibly losing a lot. So, yeah, you are right, that is all gambling.
So, over the past, we've had under 18s winning the National Lottery, like Callie Rogers, for example. Do you think winning the lottery makes an impact on their mental health? And if so, why?
I would say yes, because if you're used to having no money, as most children are, and suddenly you're given a massive amount of money, the effect is going to be you're going to get begging letters for a start, which is very difficult for a child to deal with. If you get people writing to you asking for money and giving you sob stories and that kind of thing, that's going to be very difficult to say no to people. But obviously you have to say no because you can't give to everybody, otherwise you'll have no money left. And also the impact of having that amount of money at that age when you're not responsible, I mean, it's always the risk of what they're going to spend it on then at that age, isn't it?
Yeah.
So I think it would have a very damaging effect on the child's mental health to be given an awful lot of money.
Right, so the main question is, should the National Lottery raise the age limit for their games to 18?
I think yes.
Why? Because
I think that when you're 18 years old, you've got some level of responsibility. You're allowed to drink, you're allowed to drive. There's various things you can do at 18 that you can't do at 16.
But you can learn how to drive at 17, can you? So that's something under 18s can do, but only for 1 year, like when you're 17.
Yeah. Yeah. But I think as a parent, I wouldn't have been happy with my children gambling at 16.
Yeah. So if
And
the
I think it's
National
just a different
Lottery,
era now to when I... Go on,
the
sorry,
National
Josh.
Lottery did raise the age limit to 18, do you think it would make an impact?
Yes, I do.
Yeah.
I'm not
Less
sure
and
what
less
percentage of
players
16 to
will be
18 years
playing,
old.
won't they?
Yeah. Yes, I would like to think so, yes. But they're very strict about checking the age of 16. Because I know my son, even though he's actually 24, he
Yeah.
looks very young for his age, and he was often ID'd when he was buying lottery tickets, even though he was over 16. He was
Yeah.
ID'd. So I think they are strict on the over 16 limit, but yes, I think over 18 would be a better limit.
Well, it's lovely to
And you
have
can't
you with
enter a
us.
betting shop.
Go on, carry on.
Thank you very much. As I say, you can't go into a betting shop until you're 18.
Yeah,
And when you're in
exactly.
there, you're ID'd. If it's to think 25. If you look under 25, they will ID you.
Yeah.
And they've got very strict rules in betting shops over who can and can't bet. So I do think that it would be, I think, yes, 18 would be the minimum age to gamble on the lottery.
There we are. Well, it's lovely to have you with us, Stella. Thank you so much for coming.
You're very welcome, Josh.